Hello, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Lava Lava. I am your host, Johnny. It's me and Michael Tan running duo today, checking out this new studio. This episode is brought to you by Matai Watches and Ray Keller Insurance. You know, for us, it's always about the Polynesian small-time business owners that are just trying to make it and grow. And so today we're going to be talking about a really specific topic that we posted on our page earlier on Facebook about graduation season. We know it's all graduation season, and the Leis, the topic of Leis, gatekeeping versus not gatekeeping, what's allowed, what's not allowed. I know a lot of people are just trying to celebrate, and there were a couple of topics brought up. So I'm going to go ahead and set it over to Michael Tan. He's going to read you a few of these comments of people's opinions and then give us our feedback or what we think about it.
So before we get to the comments, I want to read what we posted on our social media page. And the question I put out was, this topic often resurfaces each year during graduation season. How do you personally feel when you see someone who is not of Polynesian descent, or it can apply to throughout the whole Pacific Island, wearing a lei to celebrate their graduation? What are your thoughts on this, considering the significance traditionally attached to leis, which can include elements such as money, candy, flowers, and more? So we're not limited to only candy or money, but also, the traditional leis that we wear during graduations. So one of the comments that we saw was from this person. So we're going to just say their first names. And one of the comments was, I really want to hop on another page and comment on here. LMAO, why is this even a topic? Y'all gatekeeping leis now. When I put out this post is not meant to gatekeep. This is to get the inputs of the general public opinion. I think my vocabulary.
I think overwhelmingly, majority of the community believe that. I mean, aside from like very, very, very specific pieces, nobody cares. If you want to make a lei, and somebody brought up a good point too in another one of the comments about how the Mexicans do piñatas. Everybody does piñata. And I know I've done piñatas for my kids during their birthdays. It's a fun thing. And you don't see them hoarding it over everybody else. So, I mean, I think as far as the leis go, have at it. Nobody's gatekeeping here. We just always want to know your opinion because there's always somebody over there shouting cultural appropriation and all this and all that. And I know we focus mainly on Polynesians, but it is like somebody else had mentioned that it's a Pacific Islander thing. The Melanesians, Micronesians, everybody, we all fa'ula. We all fa'ula for celebrations and anything. And so, I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with it, but there's always one or two jokers out there that just ruin it for the rest of us. And I think every year we just beat this subject over and over.
Beat this horse dead over a million times over when we talk about cultural leis. And then we're not gatekeeping with this post. We just wanted to get the general opinion. And what I've seen was what kind of triggers people is non-Pacific Islanders selling leis.
I was going to say that was, you see that Palangi lady just goes, and she puts in the time and effort to make these leis, and then she goes and she sells them and she makes a little side pocket money from it. And quite frankly, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Because Oremerea ukiva aiso alu sei se whaongala ai kia sei se if suere ko, kupe. If e kaya isi o vanga, like, why didn't I think of that? Especially if it was a palagi. If it was a palagi that did the same thing.
Or Chinese.
Or anybody else. Anybody that's not Samoan, Tongan, whatever, Pacific Islander. Because they're getting money and they're like, oh, that's not your culture. You're saying, yeah, but they put the time in. And I appreciate the time in. And now, when you do what that little poke restaurant in Chicago or whatever, the East Coast did, and they all of a sudden they try to trademark the word poke. That's different, you know. It's like, oh, now everybody's getting a cease and desist for making Leis. Nah, man, just celebrate your kids. Make a lei. You can. I've seen the Samoan or the Leis have gotten ridiculous over the last years. Thank goodness it's kind of calmed down this year. But I remember a couple of years ago, everybody o saimini.
Yeah.
O
Some bancos.
O banko. O kanga chips. Ako sa ay longa di. Ngai Leis ka. But you know, that's what it's gotten to. So
Yeah.
and then also like they do the kuinga money.
Yeah. Different styles. The bigger the better.
Yeah.
Because behind a lava lava is kind of labeled as a business. You know, it's all about the hustle. So don't be jealous if people are out there making money and you're not. Why not you do it? If you're gonna be triggered about non-Polynesians selling or non-Pacific Islanders selling Leis. We can't be gatekeeping. You know, someone mentioned sharing is caring, and that's right. Especially if you're in the U.S., everyone's going to take your ideas and make money out of it.
Mhm.
It's not trademarked. It doesn't belong to a big company like Disney. It's out there, and if it's out there, people are going to take advantage of it. And also, it's they might not know the true meaning behind the Leis, but we Pacific Islanders know the meaning. Hopefully, those who are selling the Leis will educate themselves on the origins of Leis and what it means to our people. So I want to read another comment from June. To me personally, it's not a problem because what better way to share my culture and traditions with my non-Samoan nieces and nephews when having them involved in it. I'm married into a very mixed family, and the one thing I noticed was that these kids have a lack of understanding of the other parts of what makes them because they weren't taught it. So when I entered into their family, I started teaching them where I'm from and what I represent as a Samoan, and they love it and respect it. Every school functions and activities they've ever had, they have always invited me. They love listening to me speaking Samoan to my kids. Yeah, this is just part of educating each other. She has a lot more, which is like she wrote like a
I think it's a book.
story. But I'm not gonna.
I know.
go
I get
into
it. I get it. You know, yesterday we had my daughter's 6th grade promotion. She's going into junior high. This is my 3rd kid in junior high. I got one going to high school, but you know, we saw. I think there was one other kid or 2 other kids that were poly in her school in her class, and my daughter had, you know, the ula kupe. We had all these other Leis, falale o lole. And so my daughter was stacked. And then she was just sitting there holding it. I'm like, you know, hey, go give a lei to each one of your friends. You know, that's what it's for. You know, congratulate each other. It's not, yeah, we congratulate you. And then you go, you know, go give it out. And some of her friends that were just sitting there, you know, most of the palangis, like they wanted to do the same thing. If I lei lako, lako but in Musu, if I ikara Polynesia, put Pacific Islanders. So, okay, whatever. And then they do it. And so when she started giving them to her classmates, all the kids were like, oh, wait, I want that one. I like that candy. Like they didn't want the gum. They wanted the Kit Kats and stuff like that. And so it was like, it's a sharing moment. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be us sharing. Sometimes greatest form of flattery is appreciation through emulation of the culture.
Yeah, yesterday was also my daughter's graduation, and she started to have a stack of Leis from us, and she was complaining, "Oh, so heavy, so heavy these Leis." And I'm like, start giving it away, and then she started giving it away to her classmates, and you can see their eyes light up. And this is just graduation from kindergarten, and even though my wife ended up the night prior with my sister they were making Leis for the whole class, receiving that lei, it makes an impact to other people who aren't used to our Pacific culture. So it's important to make impact and differences to others. Don't keep our culture bottled up to ourselves. Just like other cultures, they try to get their culture out there and share with people. We should do the same thing. So Opitaya, he commented, "We don't even own the lei, and who knows if this is even something we started. It's clear we're the ones who heavily use it to the point where we can somewhat consider it a cultural or really customary thing to do on graduation day. I personally believe it's a great tradition, but I'd be curious to see who actually made it a staple in Samoan graduations to do it. I don't think we should be offended by it. I think it's silly if we do." So where do you think the Leis came from?
Well, or mako ngui oi
Mangua.
mako yoi kui mongua. You also pele la, 500,000 BC ago. My great-great-grandfather's boyfriend's nephew's uncle. Kero, it's what we do now.
Yeah.
And every tradition, I think it's selfish to say that we are the origin of everything. Somebody could have the similar idea, and just because you've been doing it 100 and 200 years longer doesn't mean that you are strictly the proprietor or the owner of said idea, because a lot of ideas could be similar. Heck, if you believe in statistics, when there's enough people on this planet, there's a good chance that two people are going to have pretty much almost the same idea.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as like history is concerned, I don't know that much. But I know that we've been doing it since I was a kid, and I'm pretty old, and I'm pretty sure my mom and them were doing it when she was a kid, and she's pretty old. So, I mean, we got at least 100 years down. So,
Hawaii could claim it. Samoa could claim it.
All of them. Micronesia could claim it. Melanesia could
all
claim it.
Pacific Islands can claim it. You know why? Because if the U.S. was an island, they would claim it because of all the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said before, someone just sat there, just tried to find the cheapest way to celebrate our people, and just happened to see the puas and the flowers on the trees, and it went, "Oh, I can make something out of that."
The one I really used to like the most? The moso'oi. Man, the moso'oi. I really love the smell of the moso'oi. It just looks so ugly as well. But, yeah.
Yeah. The origins, I don't think it really matters, because the origins of everything is based on theory, and just guesswork. We can't really guess where this came from, because nothing in history was actually written down. It was actually through oral.
Did he say oral?
Not the bad oral you're thinking of.
No, oral, as in it's orator, spoken. It was through stories, talk story, oral traditions.
Yeah. So Thomas here said, "Let them wear it. Everyone has the right to wear what they please, but they will never truly know what it means to us." Just like I said, because they're not of the culture. So why would it matter? We need to set aside our pride and embrace that other cultures take fun to ours. And the same way goes to when we have our kids dress up in American costumes during American special occasions like Halloween. What do you think about that? Is it similar to dressing up as Halloween?
Oh yeah. When you dress up as Halloween is a tradition where you could just be anything, anyone, anything. I'll dress up as Lil Wayne. Why not? It's a celebratory thing. It's not like I'm out here. The real criminals of Halloween is wherever these wish stores pop up from. Or not the wish stores. It's what's the Halloween store? It is the Wish, huh?
Spirit.
Yeah.
Spirit.
Those spirit stores, man. It's every year. The cheapest made costume is like $110 now.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I know, very expensive.
And I like
those are the criminals.
I like taking my kids to Spirit because it seems like just to window shop, just to look at
get some ideas, and then we go DI and make our own.
Yeah. Or go Walmart and buy the cheap one because everything in Walmart is cheap.
It's always nice when they're little though, because when they're little kids, they don't care if it's high quality. And they get older, then they're like, well, I mean,
yeah. And just reading off Sangili, shout out Chanel. Life's too short to try and speak ill of others that like the idea of Leis. This gives the kids something to look forward to, and it's honestly less of a hassle trying to figure out what to gift a graduate. But again, to each their own. Yeah, thinking about it, it's a very simple gift that has big meaning to it. And plus, if you're getting a candy late, make sure you don't have diabetes. You just regulate your sugar.
If you have diabetes, aside from those who have contracted diabetes through no faults of their own, if you have diabetes as a high school graduate, you might need to tone down on the candy anyways. Maybe there is a purpose to the kale salad delay, something to the effect. But yeah, no, I think we've established that most of us don't care. Go ahead and celebrate the way you want, And if you're gonna make a few bucks selling them some basic candy Leis. Now I know some people that were making these money Leis, man, really extravagant money Leis. These big, very creative. Man, those things are nice. I can only imagine, the kid spending the next 4 to 6 hours trying to take all that money apart to use it at the store. Go kala. Yeah.
And then you have to iron out the money.
Then got to iron it out, make it all look straight again. But I appreciate the effort. Man.
People are commenting, share the aloha. But most of our comments have been positive. It hasn't leaned too much toward the negative.
No.
But we appreciate those who commented and put out their opinions just to get a general overlook of what people think. And everyone thinks differently. Doesn't mean you have to follow what other people say. But I think we've already I don't think it's I don't want to mention horse. It's gonna offend you.
Oh no! It's fine. It's fine.
Beat that horse.
Well, I mean, the funny thing is you say that now, and then next year graduation around May time, you're gonna write the same post again, just because hey, if you guys forgot. But the funny thing is, a lot of this is reactive, based off of there's always somebody. Always somebody is going to ruin it. So what was it? You can always count on that one person to take his foot out of his mouth and just ruin it. And we're like, all right, now we're going to talk about it again and beat this horse again because apparently this joker over here didn't get it.
Yeah, but that's a thing about bringing up topics. We need to keep educating people.
I don't even want to say educating. I just say we need to talk about
awareness.
It.
Yeah,
talk about it
because no matter how much we talk about this, people's minds won't change. That's the same as politics, right?
Yeah.
But we're not going to get
abortion, right? No.
Yeah,
we don't do politics.
So we bring it up every year so that people make content on social media and TikTok and get everyone riled up. Get everyone riled up and say, "Oh, why is this even a topic?"
Well, it is a topic. It's the funny thing is, go to your kalapus and stuff, and you sit down and you talk. You guys are going to talk. Hey, what do you think about? It's always going to be a topic. It's something to talk about. Yeah. Why not?
But that's our input on the lay subject, right, Johnny? Yep. I don't think we have to go any further.
Call it good.
But yeah.
So abortion. There's been I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we tackle some of these more sensitive political subjects?
Yeah, let us know in the comments or just hit us up. We encourage people to reach out to us and
let us know what you want to talk about.
What do you want us to talk about? because we can talk all day if we want to, but we don't know what to talk about.
Yes, here at Behind the Lava Lava,
Yeah.
we maintain a panel. We're very open-minded, and we have a wide range of beliefs and political views. We're not an echo chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I know a bunch of us argue every now and then over certain topics just because we think differently, and I think that's the beauty of it.
We don't argue. We just voice our differences.
It's arguing.
I don't think it's arguing.
When you don't see me reply for a couple days, we're arguing.
Now I get it. Now I get it.
Oh, what are you doing, John? I'm busy. I did all. What if you're fari? So I mean, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time. Johnny, take it away.
Yeah, this episode was brought to you by Johnny and Michael Tan because we are sponsoring ourselves in our own little studio that we're trying out for the first time.
Yeah, thank you to the mill.
Yes, shout out to the mill
Entrepreneurship Center for allowing us to record in their space.
Try out their digs.
Look, this podcast studio, they're still upgrading, which is amazing. We're utilizing the resources that are out there. But thank you, the mill here in Utah.
Yeah.
Located in Salt Lake City Community College. Or was it Center?
Center, yeah. I believe. It's down there off of 9,000 or 90th.
So if you're a business owner and you want a space to kind of rent out as your own, you can rent out a space to store your things and run your business.
They have everything here too. They have they have conference rooms. They have a podcast studio. They have desks, little areas that they have projector screens. They have everything that you need to run a business.
Rooms to do your presentations and have courses. And
lounge rooms, little quiet rooms if you need to make phone calls, business calls.
You don't have to do it at home. You come here.
Do it all here.
It's quiet. You can network.
You can network because there's other business owners in here, around here, constantly here. If you can, hey, my name is so-and-so, talk to them. So, I mean, it's a really good thing. I've never heard of it until we got here. And now that we're here.
It's for as low as $50, and the more you pay, the more space and more benefits you get from the mill.
Yes. So check them out if you have the opportunity to. And I am Johnny, and this is Michael Tan with Behind the Lava Lava.
Get yourself a Matai watch.
Do it.